Such an incredible morning. Feels like I'm walking through a forest. Birds, sounds of the birds. Humidity is very high. Sun is coming up behind the bushes. This is now our bottom dam. Smell of the forest. It smells like Mozambique. Smells like I'm in a tropical area, which is fantastic. We had to start taking the horses around. We still can't get through the river. Dam is still full. Water hasn't gone down. It's now been, I don't know, maybe a week since it filled up again. And I want to go see what's happening in the Damian's forest and in the friendly forest. Lucas has been busy there now for the last 2 days. No, sorry. He's been busy there yesterday. Today is Tuesday. And he also has to walk around. He also can't walk through the river to get there. Okay, so this is the state of Damian's forest. This is some kind of amaranth. I think, what noem julle hierdie ding, Lukie, by julle taal?
Is your omboha.
Omboha.
Spinazie,
So spinazie. So they eat the leaves when the tree is young as a spinach, but I think this is where the western amaranth is probably from, or it's a family of that. It fell over. It was a big plant, and so Lucas is going to cut and feed it to the to the pigs. Our whole farm is filled with cowpeas. And Lucas is harvesting for us and for them to eat at lunch. And well, things are exploding. Lukie, ek sien hierdie baobab. Baobab. Met from a stock in baobab needs to be picked up. It's growing too fast, so it's growing funny. Ducks are really enjoying that pond. I think life is good. Everything is wet. Everything is growing. Interesting thing happened to my termite oven. With the last rain, started washing away the outside, and then all of that started washing away because obviously now it's not being used anymore, and then the termite population inside of the oven exploded again. Let me see if I can break a piece out here. So I think my strategy for now is going to be, I'm going to leave it, let them rebuild, see if they don't want to fix that for me. Leave it for a year or so, have them pick up their population, and then decide whether we want to open the oven again. Maybe not a year, maybe a little bit less. I mean, by the speed they are building, they filled up this whole thing in about 2 days. So they'll maybe be able to fix the rest of the structure as well, very fast. Right, what else is new in the forest? Prickly pears all over the place. Some are just standing there like they're getting paid. Some are growing quite well. See, there's a prickly pear moringa combination doing well. Sunflowers everywhere. Everything is basically exploding and green, which is nice to have. The mint is definitely doing its thing, doing what mint does. See, it's already here, it started there. So mint is doing its thing. I was wondering whether I shouldn't sell those other ones that I propagated, since they propagate so easy. See if we cannot do something like that. Pumpkins that we planted last week is out. Everywhere where there's a stake, I will, I think, move the mint away from these pumpkins so they can get a chance to get on top. They're a little bit leggy. meaning they're growing faster and they're not getting so much sun. I used mint as a ground cover a couple of days ago around this pomegranate. It's shrunk quite a bit. There's some more pumpkins coming up between the mulch. There's some more mulch there in the back that Lucas put there. This one we actually just broke down from that one, just pushed it in and it's surviving. This papaya got rid of its curly leaves. Still a little bit of specks on these leaves, but the new ones looks fantastic. Actually turned cold last night. I almost got up and closed the window. During the heat of the summer you sleep on top of the blankets with the windows open and the fan on, and now we started sleeping under the blankets and I felt like I needed another blanket, so it's really starting to get cold. This side citrus moth is easier to control when the trees are this small, but I wonder how we're gonna do it when the trees get big. We'll have to spray something. Yo, I think that might be it for Damian's forest right now. Okay, so I saw this worm farm that we're quickly going to build. I'm going to show you how to make it easy. So start off with 3 drums, then you add a little tap to it. Now this tap is going to be a little bit too big for that hole, so we're going to ream it a little bit so it fits, and then let me do that quickly and then I'll show you what's the next step. Show you how to ream it. So if your drill bit is a little bit too small, you can turn it and just wear it out to the sides until it is full. Okay, so I quickly want to run you through the worm drum system. So it consists of 3 drums. Could have been done a bit neater, I agree. Let me just open, sorry, I just want to open this one. Okay, so the bottom drum, maybe you should hold the camera for me. The bottom drum is just a normal drum with a tap below. This is now the worm tea drum. To get the worm tea, just lift the tap and the tea flows out. You can put this on some bricks or something a little bit higher. Put the lid on. This lid will stay on like that. Okay, so you need a bit of height so you can get a bucket below to get the worm tea out. The second drum, you'll start off with some worms below there. That will go on top here, like such, and then you'll start filling it up with all the kitchen scraps and all the things that comes out, everything that once was alive. Try to avoid meat, try to avoid citrus, try to avoid onions, but everything else like leaves and sticks and coffee, especially coffee grounds, is fantastic for it. Those things you can all add in here. Okay, then just to keep it nice, you can add a lid with some holes on top, and keep it in the shade, but you can also leave it open. It doesn't smell bad, it should be okay. Now once it fills up to about here, you can then add your third drum. Same story, holes below, holes on top. You open that one up, you can put that straight onto the compost. If you really want, you can put a lid between them, but it works better if you just put it straight onto the compost. Then you start feeding this one. Same thing. Worm scraps, kitchen scraps, you know, everything that once was alive, all organic matter. Until it fills up to here, you'll see that the worms start migrating up into your drum as well. And once this one is full, take this one out, put this one down. All of these worms should have migrated up to the top. You can then go and empty this into your garden, little bits, and then you come and you place it back on top of this one. So these 2 drums will then basically do a dance for their whole lives, like this. While this one, every day you can add 2 or 3 cups of water and you can harvest, or maybe even a liter of water and harvest a liter of a little bit of diluted worm tea, worm tea, not warm tea, worm tea from the system. add that directly to your plants. You cannot burn them with it, you cannot over compost it, you cannot over apply it. It's not the same as chemical fertilizers. It will work well for all of your plants. And that's a simple worm system in a nutshell. Quickly want to show you this monster pumpkin that's been hiding away. Quickly want to say thank you to Susie Germany for birthday coffees, Eric Griffin, Dan. Look at this, it's hiding there in the bushes. It is a giant. I hope you can see that. The Roland, thank you so much for the birthday coffees. I think tomorrow is going to be epic. Can hear the thunder, so I wonder if we're gonna have some rain tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to having a Andrew Millison style video where there's just plenty of people working in line and all working together for a common goal. There's another one hiding here, hanging in the air. And that, my friends, is the end of my story. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.